For reasons that will be clear later on, it is important to have a good understanding of what current assets are. I know this sounds a little bit vain, and I'm sorry for that, but most people have some confusion about current assets. As we saw in the last video, assets are the things that the organization owns. We have basically two categories of assets, current and then non-current. If you know what current assets are, then you have a clear understanding of non-current. If it is current, then everything else is non-current. Current assets are things that are available to help solve your current operational issues. Let me explain what current assets are. What do I have now to help me with my current operations? What do I have right now to help me with my new initiatives? What do I have right now if there's an emergency? Or what do I have right now to pay off my currently arising debts? So to run through it quick, current assets are assets that are available for my current issues. That is my current operations, my current initiatives, current emergencies, and current debts. Okay, what do I have available to help me with this year's operations? To be precise, the next 12 months. So if I have a calendar year organization, that is, I run from January to December, and it is currently May, I am 5 months into my calendar year. Current assets will help me for the next 12 months, that is, June until next May. 12 months from the date of the statements that I'm looking at. So a current asset is an asset that can help me with my current operations for the next 12 months. What do I have to help me in an emergency that arises in the next 12 months? What do I have to help me with a new initiative that I want to start sometime in the next 12 months? So the first test of a current asset is that it is an asset that can be turned to cash in 12 months. If an investment is not able to be turned into cash in the next 12 months, we move it to non-current investments. The same is with loans receivable. That's with people owing us money. It's a little trickier though. Only what we are going to get paid back from these people in the next 12 months are current. What they pay us, what they owe us that they have to pay back beyond 12 months is non-current. Also, supplies and prepaid expenses are tricky. Prepaid expenses, I mean things like prepaid rent. Because I bought supplies or paid the prepaid expenses, I do not have to spend money for these purposes for my operations. So in a sense, they are helping me with my next 12 months operations by meaning I have less money that I have to pay. And so we treat them as current. It is also technically true that a building or a piece of equipment could be sold within 12 months to help with an emergency or a new initiative. But that is not what we're holding the building or equipment for. The test is not simply are we able to convert the asset to cash within a year, but it also means does management intend to convert the asset to cash in a year. To meet the 12 months test, you have to be able and intend to convert the asset to cash within 12 months. But the 12-month test is just the first test to decide whether an asset is a current test. Most people stop with this first test, but an asset also has to meet the 12-month test and meet the purpose test before it can be called a current asset. This purpose test is whether the asset will help me with current operational issues. That is the asset available for operations? The church defines operations, so to answer this, we have to look at first what are operations. The church defines operations by focusing on your current ministry. What are you doing to win souls? What are you doing to take care of the souls that you do have? What are you doing to take care of your members? What are you doing to take care of your students or your pastors? So to be a current asset It has to do with current ministry issues. This is not just a church rule. IFRS GAAP says that in order to be a current asset, it has to be available for operations. And the church has defined operations as our direct ministry. So money that we're saving for building and equipment are not part of current operations. These activities are important, but they are not the primary operations of the church. So we segregate assets that have to do with building and equipment and put them in a pot separate from our other cash-like short-term assets. So money that we have raised for building and equipment that we are currently holding are not current because they're not available for our current operations. This has a real advantage to the church by segregating them out, because we then keep apples and apples with apples and oranges with oranges. If we put them both together, it gives the impression that we have a lot of money for current operations, while in fact a lot of that money might be for new buildings or equipment. So if there's money or investments that belong to the building fund, then they are not current assets. So down here on our financial statement, it says $1,245,890. That is a cash bank account or broker investment account, which we could get the money on right away. But since it's not available for operations, we do not put it in current assets. This leaves in current assets only those resources that are available to help us with our current operational issues. It's what you can put your hands on to solve problems, pay bills, handle emergencies, fund routine operations, and for new initiatives. In summary, current assets meet two requirements. One is that they're assets that the organization can convert to cash in a year, and management intends to do so. The second is that these are assets available for routine operations. So investments the board or donors have earmarked for non-operational purposes, such as building funds, are non-current, and any asset that management does not intend to convert to cash is non-current. I hope this is clear. Thanks for listening to this. Our next video is about liabilities. In particular, we're looking at current liabilities, which are the partners to current assets. So you don't want to miss it, and thanks again.